Hello. In this video, we're going to look at percentiles and quartiles. Now, we already talked about the median. The median breaks a set of data down into two groups of equal size. 50% above the median, 50% below the median. So here you would have group 1 and group 2, with the median falling between 70 and 71, giving you a median of 70.5. Think of the quartiles, breaking it down even further into 4 equal-sized groups. So your first quartile would fall between 40 and 47. Your second quartile between 97 and 98. Now, if you use your calculator to find your quartiles, it'll give you 45.5 and 97.5. And you'll notice the quartiles divide into 4 equal-sized chunks, each with 15 pieces of data in them. Now, the quartiles are also, so this is Q1, the top, Q3, the bottom. Median technically is Q2. The other way you can look at this, and we're going to look at percentiles in a sec, is the first quartile is the 25th percentile, the median is the 50th percentile, and the third quartile is the 75th percentile. Now, your calculator will calculate them as 45.5 and 97.5 for your quartiles. These are slightly different than how I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to calculate them using the percentile formula, and you will notice that they are different. They are similar, but not quite the same. For this reason, I will both accept the calculator quartiles or the calculated quartiles, as shown on the next slide. Okay, now let's look at quartiles, but treating them as a percentile. This is a formula that you will be given for your test for the location of a percentile. So in this case, the first quartile is really the 25th percentile. So we take the 25 divided by 100, and we times it by 60 plus 1. Again, it's 60 because there's 60 pieces of data in this set. So this gives us a number of 15.25. Now, as we showed earlier, we knew the quartile was going to fall between these two numbers. This is the 15th number, and this is the 16th number. So when we go to calculate it, we take the 15th number, and then we take this 0.25, and we multiply it by the difference between the 16th number and the 15th number. And this gives us 44.75. So whereas the calculator gave us 45.5, which is right in the center of these two, the quartile is actually closer to the 44 than it is the 47. Similarly, for the 75th percentile, which is the third quartile, we look at 75 over 100 times 60 plus 1, which gives us 45.75. Now again, this here is where it would fall between the 45th number and the 46th number. So we take the 45th number, 97, we take the 0.75, and then we're going to multiply it by the difference between 98 and 97. And this gives us the third quartile. Now, let's find some different percentiles. The first one I'm going to look for is the 10th percentile. So the location of the 10th percentile is given by the following: 10 over 100 times 60 plus 1, which is 6.1. So if we look at our data, we have, this is the 6th piece, this is the 7th piece. So we know it falls somewhere in between these two numbers. The 6th is the 29, the 30 is the 7th, and the 0.1 comes from here. This gives us a 10th percentile of 29.1. Now let's look at the 80th percentile. Now this is 80 over 100 times 60 plus 1, which is 48.8. This would be your 48th. This would be your 49th. So it falls somewhere in this area. So again, we take the 48th, the 101, and then we go 0.8 of the distance from 103 to 101, which is the 48th and 49th, giving us this for our 80th percentile. And similarly, we find the 95th percentile, which is 95 over 100 times 60 plus 1, which gives us 57.95, which falls somewhere in here. this being the 57th number, this being the 58th number. Now you'll notice it's 0.95, so it's actually closer to the 58th. So we take the 121, the 57th number, we take our 0.95 from here, and then we go 124 minus the 121 to give us our 95th percentile. Now, when I say 95th percentile, it gives you the top 5%. So if this was, say, test marks on a test out of, I don't know, say 150, and I said the 95th percentile, well, that would mean 95% of students scored under 123.85, and 5% of students scored over 123.85.